Hello everyone! If you have already seen everything in Barcelona and are wondering where else to go and see something exciting, then Montserrat is a great option. This attraction is located 50 kilometers northwest of Barcelona and means different things to different people. For some, it's a monastery and a place of religious pilgrimage. For others, it's a nature reserve, and for others, it's a mountain for hiking with magnificent views. Everyone will find something to their liking here. Montserrat Mountain is 10 kilometers long and 5 kilometers wide. It stands out from the rest of the landscape in this part of Catalonia. Montserrat translates from Catalan as serrated mountain. Serrated like a handsaw. As soon as you see it with your own eyes, you will understand why it is called so. The mountain really looks serrated, with bizarre peaks formed on it. No matter what your purpose for coming to Montserrat is, you will be amazed by the unique beauty and spirituality of this place. The center of this complex attraction is the Montserrat Monastery, surrounded by a picturesque mountain range located at an altitude of 725 meters above the sea level. This is a spiritual symbol and religious center of Catalonia, a center of pilgrimage for Catholics from all over the world. The natural complex surrounding the monastery was declared a national park of Catalonia. The first mention of the monastery of Montserrat dates back to 880. The monastery has a developed tourist infrastructure, so if you want to see everything here at once without rushing, come early and be ready to spend here almost the whole day. You can come to Montserrat from Barcelona with an organized excursion on an air conditioned bus, or you can also get here by public transport. You can easily build the route in Google Maps. The first part of the journey is a suburb train departing from Plaza España. It takes about an hour to reach the mountain range of Montserrat. Come to the platform a little earlier to be able to grab a seat. And then up to the monastery itself. In about 15 minutes, you can go by a special train Cremalera or by a cable car. I would recommend taking Cremalera up to the monastery, sit on the left side of the train to get stunning views out of the window, and on your way back to the suburb train, take the cable car. You can buy a combined ticket for the suburb train and the Cremalera directly to the monastery at Plaza España from the ticket machines. Please pay close attention to the departure time from Montserrat. Check in advance when the last suburb train leaves so that you don't have to stay overnight on the mountain. So you have arrived at the monastery. Where to start? Probably from the monastery itself. Unfortunately, we were unable to get inside due to some technical problems, but you will definitely succeed, I'm sure. The monastery itself is a building of great architectural significance. And this is the main monastery square, Santa Maria de Montserrat. Be sure to visit the basilica, the church of the monastery. The entrance to it is located next to the monastery entrance. This is an atrium, an inner courtyard, located right in front of the basilica. Pay attention to the iron sculpture of Saint Benedict. It's located at the entrance to the part of the monastery where the monks live, which is to the left of the basilica. Of course, you will not be able to get into the residential part of the monastery and actually see the monks. To learn more about the monks' life and to see parts of Montserrat that are close to tourists, you can visit the Interactive Audiovisual Museum, which is located just opposite the Cremalera station in the heart of the monastery. There are exhibits depicting the monks' life in the monastery, including a 15-minute video that shows you what a day in the monastery looks like. The museum also has information about the history of Montserrat and how the mountain was formed. And here is the basilica itself. Look how beautiful it is here. Antonio Gaudí himself took part in the design of the altar chapel of the monastery cathedral. Every day at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a hymn to a Virgin Mary is performed in the church by a children's choir, children from the monastery's music school. I have never heard such gentle singing anywhere, just like angels. Let's listen. The world-famous music school was founded in the 13th century and is one of the oldest music schools in Europe. The monastery's main attraction is located in the basilica. The national shrine of Catalonia is a statue of Virgin Mary with a baby on her lap from the 12th century, according to the legend, even from the 9th century. For its dark color, the 95 centimeter statue, made of black wood in golden robes, was called the Black Madonna. It's located in the far part of the church above the altar. The statue is framed in a patterned frame and can be seen from the church bench. People are standing in line to the altar in the throne room to bow to the patron saint of Catalonia, touch her with their hand, ask for something. The cathedral building has a special room where returning pilgrims bring symbols of their wishes that have come true, wedding dresses, orthopedic accessories that are no longer needed, and much more. There is also a museum on the monastery territory where exhibitions of the monks' works are held, and also there are the following six main exhibitions always open: archaeological one dedicated to the cultural heritage of the Middle East, iconography of the Virgin Mary, jewelry one, paintings of the 15th to 18th centuries, and paintings and sculpture of the 19th and 20th centuries, including works by such famous artists as Caravaggio, Claude Monet, Pablo Picasso, and Salvador Dali, and also a unique collection of Orthodox icons. Also, if you don't mind taking a walk, you can visit the Holy Cave, or in Spanish, Santa Cova, which is also one of the most popular attractions of Montserrat. There is also a chapel in the Holy Cave. It was built so as to be integrated with the cave as a whole. The chapel was built in the late 17th and 18th centuries. This is also a place of pilgrimage for believers who come here to pray to the Virgin Mary and ask her for help. The Holy Cave is within walking distance from the monastery, a little lower on the Montserrat mountain. For those who like to walk, the picturesque path from the Montserrat monastery to the Holy Cave is about 1.5 kilometers. Everyone keeps saying that the path is all the way downhill, but don't believe them. In fact, on the way to the cave, you will find climbs, overcoming which in the summer heat is a real self torture. But there is a good news. Part of the way to the Holy Cave can be done by funicular from the level of monastery. Another place definitely worth visiting is the viewpoint at the top of the Montserrat mountain, which can be reached on the Saint Joan funicular from the monastery. This funicular will take you up a very steep slope right to the very peak of the mountain. The glass ceiling of the car will allow you to admire the views of the Montserrat mountain during the climb. Arriving at the upper station of the St. Joan funicular, you will find yourself on a viewpoint from where you can enjoy a bird's eye view of Montserrat Monastery. You will also have the opportunity to see the other side of the mountain, and on a clear day, all of Catalonia will be right in the palm of your hand. At the exit from the funicular station, there is a small museum called Aula de la Natur, a wildlife center. There you can learn more about the flora and fauna of the Montserrat Nature Reserve. The museum is open during the same hours as the funicular. Hiking routes around the Montserrat Nature Reserve also start from the upper station of the funicular. There are clear signs near the funicular station that lead to those routes. If you plan to use several funiculars, Cremalera, Santa Cova, and San Juan, it will be more profitable to buy a combined ticket for all the funiculars. This is all I wanted and could actually tell you about Montserrat. See you next time!